Let us have a look at the importance of vulnerability assessments. Yes, it is important for the security of the organization, but again, I would like to ask the question, why? Security researchers, bug bounty programs, and product vendors are discovering and reporting new vulnerabilities daily. Now, these vulnerabilities are frequently caused by either coding errors or by security misconfigurations. Now, coding errors include the failure to check the user input, which allows the attackers to improperly access the system memory or data. Well, you must be curious how this happens, so we are going to see in the ethical hacking section. Now, WannaCry attack, which we had discussed in the history of cybersecurity part, if you remember, it was a massive ransomware attack affecting organizations around the globe, and it targeted the eternal blue vulnerability, which was first reported on April 14, 2017, before being used in WannaCry attack in May 12. So within a span of 1 month, almost all these organizations did have the time to patch the vulnerability, right? But did they patch the vulnerability? No. And on May 12, the attack was carried out and hundreds and thousands of computers were compromised. That is why a vulnerability assessment informs organizations on the weaknesses present in their environment. It provides a way to detect and resolve the security problems by ranking the vulnerabilities before someone can exploit them. So that is what I was saying in the last lecture, is that the organizations hire experts, third-party experts, to identify the weaknesses for them so that a bad actor won't identify. For organizations seeking to reduce their security risk, a vulnerability assessment is a good place to start. Operating systems are there, networks are there, the applications are there. So these are scanned in order to identify the root of vulnerabilities, which can be found out by different ethical hackers and a team of security experts. Again, it also helps in identifying the threats and weaknesses at the earliest. As I said, on May 12th, the first vulnerability, on April 14th, the first WannaCry vulnerability, that is Eternal Blue, was identified. And after that, after almost a span of 1 month, the entire attack of WannaCry was carried out. So if those organizations who already patched the vulnerabilities after it was reported were saved from the attack, but those who didn't failed, and therefore their systems got compromised. Vulnerability assessments does provide a thorough, inclusive assessment of hardware and software assets, identifying different vulnerabilities, and it provides the different risk score for each vulnerability. Now, a regular assessment program assists organizations with managing their risk in the face of an ever-evolving threat environment, identifying and scoring vulnerabilities so that attackers do not catch the organizations unprepared. That is why a VA report or a vulnerability assessment is very important. In the next lecture, we are going to talk about the 10 steps of vulnerability assessment which you need to keep in your mind, because if anyone asks you during your interviews, or if you're saying you have done cybersecurity, you must understand the 10 basic steps of vulnerability assessment. All right, keep the momentum going. I will see you in the next lecture.